Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time I'm going to do my Monday Night Raw review from last night. So let's get on the way, shall we? This is from the 15th of August 2022 episode, just in case. And let's get on with this, shall we? First off, we kicked off the show with the Judgment Day of Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor. They came out co promo on next week's match with Damian Priest's match with Edge next week in Toronto. Edge wasn't on the show tonight, so yeah, and basically they were bragging about how they took out Dom last week, and basically that led to Rey Mysterio trying to get the upper hand on the Judgment Day, but unfortunately the numbers game and the fact that he couldn't hit Rhea Ripley got the better of him, and the Judgment Day laid him out with a steel chair. Good segment, you know. It got the numbers game over, got Judgment Day over a little bit, and got Damian Priest match with Edge. So got straight to the point. You knew what direction they were going in, and what was supposed to happen and all that stuff. So pretty cool stuff. Like that one. Then we had Alexa Bliss and Asuka defeat Doudrop and Nikki ASH in the first round of the Women's Tag Team Tournament. Pretty cool stuff. Good stuff right here. Nothing too much to say. Alexa and Asuka look good as a team. They move on now to face Dakota Kai and Io Sky next week. That should be fun. And yeah, fun stuff. Awesome, good stuff. Good match too. Then we had Ciampa and Miz taking on Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. This is more of a showcase match for Ciampa. It got a bit of time. It was good to see Cedric and Mustafa Ali back on TV. Again, because Mustafa was on TV like 3 weeks ago or something like that. But it was good to have. It was good. It was more of a showcase match for Ciampa after that loss last week to Bobby Lashley. And yeah, Ciampa and Miz picked up the victory here. They looked pretty awesome, so to speak. It was good. Then we had a Drew McIntyre promo. Good stuff right here. He hypes up Clash of the Castle. Mentions that he's got a back injury. So you know. Silly Drew. Should be resting Mr. Drew McIntyre. Yeah. Anyway, that leads to Kevin Owens coming out. Kevin Owens got this new attitude, or the old attitude, whatever you want to call it, the prize fighter. Basically says that, some stuff about Drew McIntyre, how Drew McIntyre doesn't know who he is, and, first 1 week he has a sword, and the next he doesn't, and all that stuff, and which I didn't realize. I didn't realize he didn't have the sword. Maybe it's just me. Yeah. Anyway, McIntyre says we're wrestlers and this is a wrestling ring, so let's wrestle. And a lot of people went crazy about it because they said wrestling and wrestle and let's wrestle. Wrestlers. They said the word wrestling and a lot on this show, so people were getting crazy online. Oh my gosh! They said wrestling! Oh, they said wrestling! Oh my god, did you hear that? They said wrestling, yes. They said wrestling. It's not a big deal, man. I get it. Triple H is in charge, I get it, but, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Speaking of Triple H, what the fuck is he doing? Makes me falling off there. Sorry, sorry guys. Anyhow, yeah, we had Drew McIntyre. That led to Drew McIntyre versus Jesus, I'm so used to saying Sheamus, sorry. Drew McIntyre versus Kevin Owens was the next matchup. Pretty cool match, went about 15 minutes, awesome stuff. As you could probably tell by the thing, you had, what was I going to say? I forgot. Oh yeah, the match. Jesus, this is such a disaster. Sorry guys. Basically, Drew and Kevin Owens had a match. They didn't want either man to lose. So we had a lame DQ. There we go. That's what I was trying to get. My brain is fried. Sorry, guys. Anyway, yeah, they had a match and they didn't want either guy to lose. You couldn't make the argument of why don't boot the match then, but it is what it is. And yeah, they had a good match for it was, and then the Usos ran in for the DQ. And then they got rid of the Usos. Drew McIntyre got rid of the Usos, and then Kevin Owens stunned Drew McIntyre and said to the Usos, tell your tribal chief that he owes me one. Because basically Kevin Owens, on the promo before the match, Kevin Owens basically said that all champions are in his sights. All the champions are in his sights. Does that mean Bianca Belair as well? Just curious. I think Kevin might have a hard deal with that one. Anyway, that's about it. And then afterwards, anyway, the Usos went to lay out McIntyre even more, but McIntyre got the better of it and got claymore. So Kevin Owens looked good coming out of it. Drew McIntyre looked good coming out of it, and the Usos were didn't look good coming out of it. So, but Drew McIntyre's main event in the next show, the next pay-per-view show, premium live event. So, kind of made sense for him to stand tall here. Anyway, next segment we had more with Seth Rollins and Riddle. Seth freaking Rollins and Riddle, sorry. Seth came out to brag about how Riddle was going to make an announcement tonight, I was going to retire and all that stuff, and before Seth could go even further, Riddle came on the Titantron from Sphere Satellite. I wonder how high up he was. And Riddle basically said that he has got an announcement, and he's 100% medically cleared, and he's not. And another announcement is he's not actually via satellite. He's right here in the arena. Oh wow, what a shocker! What a shocker, right? I hadn't seen that before. Wink, wink. John Cena 2011 versus Miz, and some of them most of the other times. I'm not here. I'm via satellite. Wink, wink. Anyway. That being said, good. Riddle comes for a brawl with Rollins, and have a good brawl, and Rollins runs away. So, and then Riddle challenges him to a match at Clash of the Castle, and there we go. Straight onto the hill, to the castle they go. Seth freaking Rollins and Riddle gonna have a match at Clash of the Castle. Then we had Veer Mahan. It was his turn this week to have a squash match. Veer Mahan is back. He squashes some local competitor. Nothing much to say. It looks impressive. It was what it was. It was fine. Then we had what I thought should have been the main event. Bobby Lashley taking on AJ Styles for the United States Championship for the first time ever. AJ Styles versus Bobby Lashley. Boy almighty, AJ Styles knows how to throw himself around. Bloody hell. He took a lot of sick-looking bumps in this match for Bobby to make Bobby look impressive. And Bobby looked impressive as well. AJ Styles was great. They had a good match. Miz and Ciampa got involved. And then they got thwarted or dwarted, whatever they would call it. Dexter Lumis made his appearance again. He got arrested again. He did make surprise small things throughout the night backstage area, like when Drew McIntyre was walking to the ring for his segment backstage. There was people putting a fire out in the garbage can, which some people on Twitter said maybe that was actually Vince throwing all these documents away so that people can't prove that he did anything. I thought that was funny. And then there was something else as well. Oh yeah, there was a brawl between Theory and Dolph Ziggler, and while they were brawling in the back way of the door, you saw Dexter's hand pop in. There was a man with a glove pop his hand in like that. Not as big as my hand because it's my hand. But you get what I mean, like a hand in the doorway kind of thing. And it was a man wearing a glove, and obviously it was Dexter Lumis, but of course, internet being the internet, and social media being social media and all that, people were like, oh my gosh, it's the Fiend! Oh my gosh, the Fiend's coming back! Calm down, guys. He isn't coming back yet. If he comes back, it'll be something else. If he comes back. That's the only thing I'm going to say about the Bray Wyatt or Wyndham is I'll talk about Wyndham returning when he returns. Until then, I'm not here. It's just chitter chatter. So anyway, not enough about that shit. Anyway, the match itself, Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles, after all the distractions went away. Great match, and Lashley wins with a spear. Great match. Wouldn't mind seeing this again. Can't believe this is the first time ever as well. I was mind struck when I heard that, because I was like, wait. It's one of those matches you assume that's already happened. Crazy. Anyhow, that was a good match. I reckon that should have been the main event. Because what we got instead, not the next match, but the match after, Theory and Ziggler. The next match we had Dakota Kai versus Dana Brooke. Went about 2 minutes. Dakota won easily. It was just a showcase match to get Dakota on, to get Dakota, basically a showcase match to show, like, oh, he is Dakota Kai. We're kind of pushing it right now, so here you go. She beat Dana Brooke very easily. Nah, that was it. That was it. Nothing too much to say. Showcase match. It was it. And then, of course, the main event was Theory versus Dolph Ziggler. Where is it? Yeah, Theory versus Dolph Ziggler. It was a good match. It shouldn't have been the main event. I think they should have switched this with Lashley and AJ. I think everything would have been all right. It felt like that third hour. It felt like the main event was on the second, like the Bobby Lashley versus AJ match, and then the third, and then this match felt like I was going to say the match that to send the crowd home happy, but I just realised Theory won, so I don't really feel like that would have been sent the crowd home happy. Anyway, it felt like the extra match, It didn't feel like the main event at all. It was a good match. It was what it was, but it was. I'm just glad that they didn't forget about it, because I remember last week. I think I said. I don't know if I said it on video or if I just said it to myself or to family members or whatever. Yeah. I remember that feud between Dolph Ziggler and Theory when they were having that feud, and kind of it seems like they forgot about it because they changed management halfway through. Well, I'm glad they sorted it out here, and Theory picks up a win, Mr. Money in the Bank, and Mr. Money in the Bank actually won one. So I think this is his first one-on-one victory since Hell in the Cell. So yeah, good. People can't complain anymore. He won a match, so yeah, they will complain. What am I on about? People are people. I complain a lot, so yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's the Raw review, guys. Sorry, it was a bit of a mess this week. So the heat is getting to me a little bit. Anyway, that was Raw, guys. I thought it was an okay show. Still good, it was all right. Not the greatest show in the world, but yeah, get there again. I wasn't expecting it to be the greatest show in the world. I mean, the standards before Triple H took over were very low. The bar was very low. So Triple H getting over that bar was not going to be a hard task to do. But that being said, I'm not going to say it was the best show ever. They're improving. It's still improving. It's still a work in progress. At least there wasn't any. At least there wasn't any debuts this week. But apart from that, it was alright. It was alright show. That's all I'm going to say about it. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. And I'll see you guys in a bit. And I'm out.